the United Committee. We were the fun
Oh,
committee.
thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
We set up the
You're
neighborhood,
wonderful.
the monthly neighborhood Meet Your Neighbor.
I want to say one thing before I forget. What you said last month about the one-time newsletter for new people coming in, or even every resident. Perfect, great idea. I think it's excellent because this internet thing isn't for everybody.
Correct.
Even though somebody knows somebody that knows how to do the internet and they don't want to join in with it, it's kind of weird because 1 out of 10
Sure.
people watch maybe or listen or hear bits and pieces. But if the neighbor, that an older neighbor perhaps that doesn't have the internet, doesn't understand, the neighbor could go next door and say,
Did you point to me when you said an older neighbor?
No. "You're the youngest one here. I'm the oldest one."
No.
But I have older neighbors, and if they want to engage, and I will tell them what's going on. Some of them going, they just live here so long. It is what it is.
Right.
But I thought that was an excellent, perfect.
But we also established like the borders of the city because a lot of people didn't know, like there's the county up in Embassy, that's all Port Richey,
Yes.
but it's all the county, it's not the city. And they think they're at the city
Correct.
because they have Port Richey. So it's so confusing. So we put, years ago, one of the first things we did when I joined the group was we got the signs and we got quotes for the signs, and we even had some of the high schools come and do designs for the signs and compete, and then everybody voted on it, and that's how we got our signs.
So we did Meet the Neighbor. We've cleaned up parks. We cleaned up streets. We changed what the Hooters area used to be called the WOD, and
Right.
we were like, "What the heck is a WOD?
Right.
Who wants to go to the WOD?" So we went through this whole big, probably 4 or 5 month process with a survey on Facebook, and we kept whittling it down, kept coming back, and then we ended up changing the name to Cody River Landing. Was recognized by the county. I know Catherine Starkey was like, "Oh, nice name." She said that.
That's a nice thing. I was part of that, trying to get it to something that was really desirable.
So
I don't know
we've
why
done stuff
there's
like
still
that.
like some kind of backlash on it. Should be the Bayou.
Eric Sojan was not happy with it, saying that
Yeah.
we didn't ask their opinion, when in fact we did ask everyone's opinion, and it was by popular demand, and as evidenced by the fact that he sold his property. If we just go by property owners down there, then they can sell their business, and this is so we did it. We didn't stick to just residents because more than just residents go down there.
Right.
Newport Richey, Holiday,
Sure.
Hudson, everybody goes down there. So we had it opened up to whoever was on that web, on our Facebook page. Whoever wanted to vote, voted.
So basically, all your
So
ideas.
we've been doing stuff like that, the fun stuff, trying to get stuff
All
organized.
information, all your ideas here come from Facebook. You talk to your neighbors.
Yes, of course.
Well, people that come here, our
Yes,
neighbors,
all the neighbors come here.
Council.
I know how that works.
council
Council
may
says
ask us
that.
to do things.
So the council will designate, and now,
Once they know.
with the ideas you come, I know that. But with all the ideas that come together here, those are presented to the council with possible,
They get a recap of everything in our meeting.
because I know a few things have, but.
And then we have a liaison, a council.
Oh, without doubt, she's
She's our liaison, so she reports anything back.
But I used even before I was on council, I would always
Right.
because there was nobody. Tom really didn't. Tom was our liaison at that time, Tom Kinsella, and he didn't really. So I would always get up and tell everybody what would happen, and then I was on council. And of course, then I would do the same thing as Christina's doing right now.
Yeah, since I'm here, you were on the council, so I didn't know before.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yep. So we always told council what was going on.
Right.
We always had that feedback. Of course, but we always gave them verbal feedback during the
It's
meetings.
much better that way too, because minutes are, they are what they are, but when you go face to face, it's such a big little concrete. So, I'm just trying to figure
We're supposed to be. We're kind of try to help.
I've been through.
We're here to try to help the council to get ideas, and if they have something for us to do, then we'll, if
Okay.
that's within our
Because I know the
capabilities.
council can't do it all. I mean,
No.
you need some feelers out to get a little deeper into the residents' whatnot.
Well, it's Citizens Advisory Committee, so that's
Right, exactly, yeah. Plus there's too much negativity out there. People hear what's on the street, that's all they hear. They don't hear the actual. And that's the thing. I want people to actually get the truth, the facts, instead of all the hearsay and rumors, because that doesn't help anybody.
Absolutely.
I think you're always very vocal on the
Yeah, I think so too.
pages and stuff, so I think,
That's
But
true,
that's
that's
happy.
okay.
yeah.
Of course. Oh no, I was looking at. Of course, no. We every voice is extremely important.
Sure.
Every single voice.
So what's the procedure?
We take you out back and
Well, we could vote on you, and then it has to be approved by council. Actually,
Right.
we'd have no authority whatsoever. We
Right.
just give recommendations, and then they'd give final
Have to fill
approval.
out a form or anything?
yes, send a email to Ashley
Actually,
McDonough. Yes, send an email to her.
You just say you're interested, like to go through the process.
I mean, I would read this mission statement to you, but it's really just
is it online? Is it
it's
on the
online.
website?
I'll post it again on the town hall one, but it's
Okay, it's,
Yeah, here. Wait, I
it's
brought
probably on the city website, right?
here. Since
It's on
what
the
I
town
brought my
hall.
that
It was posted on the town hall recently, but, and then there's a CAC website too, so. we'll
I
fight
think
through
it
that.
is. I think so.
on that thing that I did a little newsletter last time. I just did a little brief synopsis. Our function is to gather input in an organized fashion from the citizens of Port Richey and make their recommendations to City Council. That's out of our the city's definition of what that's directly out of the city's definition of us. So that's kind of like a little synopsis.
That's all. Yeah, you know, I know you didn't find it. So.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And it's just one Thursday a month too.
Yeah.
Well, one Thursday a month, and then if we do citizens meet the neighbors, or if we clean a street or a park, it's not mandatory that you do it.
Right. You haven't done the meet neighbors in.
We don't usually do it in the summertime because it's too hot.
Too hot, okay.
People don't want to do it. They're
So I
not.
know where you had it. There was, well, a lot of my neighborhood, but yeah, I'm in that neighborhood. But yeah, then all of a sudden it wasn't you were doing. So I was trying to remember.
We're planning one now.
Huh?
We're planning one today.
I know.
Tonight.
I heard you from last month. You said it was good.
Right.
You did know you already did. It was the one right across the store.
Oh, off the river?
No, the other one.
Oh, Alex's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you found the Hooters, I think, right?
Oh, we've been to every place.
Yeah.
We went to Pine Bar once too. That was good. Michelle did a good spread, but we haven't been there since probably 3-4 years. But we've been to Hooters. We've been to Gildon's. We've been to Catches. We've been to.
How's the outcome?
It's usually the same. In the past, it's usually the same people
Right.
end up coming. Once in a while, you'll get newcomers to come.
See, this is the thing. This one, I would like to try to get the people together. You know, I mean, the rumors out there are not good because no one's really taking the time. And listen, I may watch this, you know, on YouTube 3 or 4 days from now, but I do watch it. I don't know how many people even.
You can see how many views are on the thing.
Yeah, right. But you don't know how many people actually care. And that's the thing. Some people don't even know. You know, half my neighborhood doesn't even know.
Well, so a lot
There
of
are only
times,
people there.
Right.
I'm going to go from my personal experience being here for so long.
Right.
My husband was traveling.
Mhm.
I had 2 young kids, and I was working 60 and 70 hours a week.
Right.
I didn't have time.
Right.
I was taking them to soccer and to twirling and to football and to going to their meetings and doing my own thing and cleaning my house and da, da, da.
But
So a lot
But
of the
did
young
you think about what was happening
No.
in the city? That's my point. So if you're that busy, that's kind of a life you have.
Right.
My neighbors, they just come home, they work, I see them, and there's 6 new houses. I don't know if anyone even is aware of what's going on in the city.
Well,
Those are the people that need to be in the newsletter. Welcome. And hey,
well,
this
we
is
used to have one, and
yeah, it's perfect. I think it's a great idea.
I mean, we have more communication now than ever, and I don't think it's really mattered, to tell you the truth.
Well, you can't give up. You got to keep pushing.
Right.
It's like having an event. You do the first events could be like, if you believe in it and you got the right things going, you keep tweaking as you go, it will get better. I used to have a motorcycle magazine in upstate New York. So when I start promoting the magazine and promoting events, it doesn't happen first time out. It's like, and I did the whole magazine completely. But when I went to an event, it's like the first annual event, Sometimes it never made the second annual. But you can't give up if you believe in it and get all the right stuff. And it depends. Now, I always put a positive spin on it. I didn't say there's only 30 people showed up. I'd say it was a great little event. Now, if you say nobody showed up, then that's a negative. And then people, 10 people. It's just not worth going to. So if you can put the negative aside and put a bright, positive spin on it, you're not really deceiving the people. You're just making it is interesting. It wasn't a total blow. It was interesting. Come check it out. That's just try it. If you don't like it, at least you try it. And that's why with the city's people, see, folks, I just get too much negativity. You gotta give it a chance. You know, everything that's going on with bike, give it a chance. Let this thing work through. I mean, there's lots happened. Let's make this a better place. I've only been here about 5 years now, so and, you know, I like to see it get better too.
Where did you come from?
I came from upstate New York.
Oh.
Did you ever hear Woodstock?
Yeah,
Where that music
heard of
festival?
Woodstock.
That's where I came from.
Okay.
I live 7 miles away from the Woodstock site.
Oh, awesome.
Did you go?
Called Calhoun Center.
Did you go?
I was 12. No, I didn't even know what was going on at that point. No.
And so you've been in the city for 5 years?
I've been here 5 years. I've been in Florida 10. I've been in Fort Richard.
Yeah, it seems like you do keep pretty involved.
Yeah, he's been involved.
But there was nothing around. I bought my house, and it was like the field of dreams. I said. And then my neighbor who used to work for the city, Mike, goes, "They'll never sell that. It's been like this since I'm here." Yeah. Guess what? I closed on my house October 1st. January, they're already digging it up. Took that long. 6 houses.
Really?
Yeah. Because they were all lots. I tried to buy a lot, but the banks said, "You just bought a house." I know. I want to buy a lot. So now I got all new neighbors. So all right. So
Well, our next big project is going to be painting that wall over at Olsen
Right.
Park,
Yeah,
and then
artists.
we were also working on having a community garden, but I'm trying to turn that over to people that actually live over there
and they
because now we don't
sound
have
pretty
anybody.
interesting in there, right?
Yeah, I do have quite a few
Yeah,
people
that's-
interested, and I connected them all. I
Right.
don't know if they're doing anything, but they're the ones that want it, and they're the ones that they have the connections and the way to make it happen. So I felt like we
Yeah,
would take that off our.
absolutely.
Are
I
you
think
an
that's good.
artist by any chance?
Not really. What kind of a fan of good art? No, I do like abstract kind of stuff. I can do. So what I mean, so just lost my train of thought. Now, how much input do you give towards like the parks? I mean, there was a big thing with the council about spending all this money on parks or new park. You know, let's concentrate on what we have, I think, before we go too far with new parks. And I know that's a council thing. They're doing actually a lot of work. It's taking some time by us. But the Oldsmore, that's right. That's what's the part?
Olsen Park, yeah.
Yeah. Now, how did that come about? How was that determined?
Well, that wall was just real ugly.
That was
We've been
just something
talking
that
about doing
the
some
council
murals.
Or you folks just came up with?
Well,
Clean it up?
People, residents saying how ugly
Okay.
the wall is because it was also mildewy and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But it's a cute little park. I mean, I
Sure.
launched my kayak out of there. You can.
Yeah.
There is a teeny little beach. I mean,
But
but
saying
I mean, so you can fish off the dock and stuff. It's a cute little
I
park.
think it's a good wall for us to start on for a project,
Right.
being not that we're all professionals, because you don't want to start on like a big building or something,
Sure.
and we're not. But like if we did the Wayland's wall, I post that on the town hall. Like he's a professional artist. He's had those murals all over the state, and people just drive around to try to find his murals. And
So
like a
I
big-
know people. I could talk. Put the word out there. See if anyone's be interested over there in time to do something.
Okay.
And by the way, that fence does look great.
Which? Oh, the
Across the
white
firehouse.
fence. Yeah, right.
I said, wow, look at that. They put a new fence. No, they didn't. Cleaned it. It looks good.
But today they
put on the phone back.
shrubbery out of, I don't know, around Riverville Road towards
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
You know where the culvert thing
Yes.
is, or the end of the river?
Right.
They cut all the shrubbery out of that.
Oh,
Now
good.
you can see 19 through there. It's really nice.
Good. Yeah,
It's really a
I
dangerous
guess-
spot.
I guess if you don't come up with the different things that should be done, they just do what they have to do every day.
Well, yeah, they don't realize the
Sure,
necessity.
right.
You know, they don't. Somebody has to mention it for.
Not just that, but if you do it every day, and you do the same thing every day, and every day it just becomes, you don't even see it becomes invisible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, somebody do come and say, oh, Peter, like, one example, that stop sign on Queer, should be on Queer. The one that crosses over, that crosses going towards the North York. all the other stop signs are on every road, and the Queen's got the only stop sign there. It's like, why did they put that there?
I'll have to check that out. I never noticed.
It's really,
Just never really paid attention.
and I don't know if this had probably no relevance, but the traffic study and all of that they did, and they recommended it. I hope you guys don't do all that they recommended, because I'm not a fan of everything that stop signs just do that. I want speed bumps, but other than that,
Yeah.
For where? Speed bumps where?
speed up on Grand.
Grand.
Oh,
Yeah.
The road that goes like this as opposed to Washington that goes like that.
Patch, so it's getting better.
Yeah, definitely need that. And Washington, you can't. The only thing you can do with Washington is just have more patrol out there. You can't.
There's been more patrol lately than there has been in the past.
It's been to me, in my opinion. I mean,
That's the same for Grand, really, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
The occasional person that's going 60 miles an hour down Grand is rare.
Yeah.
Because you physically can't go 60 down Grand. I don't care what.
But the last time I was
Bob
in
says.
Europe about a week and a half ago, this guy came through. It's like, really? I don't even know which direction he was going, but it is rare.
It's like they get
Right.
they get crazed going down
Well,
Grand for
I mean,
some reason. Yeah,
it's every street. I mean,
Watch
that's
the Sims
you can put a
and-
stop sign. I mean, they put one on Washington now. I mean, Massachusetts, right at Madison.
Washington could be tough because that's the main link between Port Richey and Port Richey 19. So Port Richey would
When you go from the S curve to 19, it's a straight run.
Right. Yep.
It's a straight run.
So what kind of things would you like to see us, projects you would like to see us do?
Oh, I put it on the website. Yeah, it's asked. It's Linda saw it. I think also she saw it.
Oh.
I give my ideas of what.
today.
No,
No. She Linda put a survey out.
Yep.
She actually. It was a pretty long question. I actually answered it exactly.
well, because I think not everybody is going to do what
Well, I know
you did.
that, but that's
So-
the thing. That's the difference between me and other people. I mean, you wanted three things. I had three things in mind. Even if I didn't have, I would come up with something. So I came up and I answered exactly what your questions were. So other people raise one and then they go off to something different without the relevance of the questions that you asked.
Right. This is what I said. I said, hi, everyone. I responded to the post about City of Port Richey, and I think it was amazing. Buckle up. I'm a member of the Citizens Advisory Committee for the past 8 years, and I would like to know what from the citizens your answers to these questions. 1, name your top 2 areas to improve. And I'll read you. There's 27 comments. Well, some of them are some of them me just saying thank you. So, 2. Pick your top 3 projects the city should focus on. 3, what holds you back from attending the council meetings? 4, finish these 2 sentences. If I was king or queen of Port Richey, the first thing I would do is, and if I was still king or queen of Port Richey, my top project to do is. So, want me to read them now, or do you want me to?
No, go ahead.
Fix the boat ramp, dredge the canal, city owned or not, from all the silt.
Okay, with what? Are you going to pay for that? Everybody says that.
Yeah.
I just want to know how they're going to do it. They
Well,
think,
well, think about it. Just to do the study for the secret is $500,000 that every single resident, whether you're living on the water or not, is paying for. Every single resident. Just remember that. Okay. We need a beach for swimming, but we also need an area for floodwaters to go instead of our homes. Drainage, runoff, and old brittle water lines that break weekly need cleaned and replaced. That was from Adam. I believe all these concerns are being addressed. Oh, that was Ken. Okay. So, make the Bayou area a go-to place for everyone and proud. Make Grand Boulevard, Main Street for a go-to place for everyone to be proud of. See number 1, plus improving our current parks. Waterfront Park needs to double the size of the dog park for small dog and large dog areas. I try to attend, but by the time I get home and take care of what I have to, I'm pretty beat. I watched that meeting on my computer. If I was retired, I would be there.
That's me.
These are all you. I didn't want to call you out, honey. Yeah, those are all you. I just didn't want to call you out.
Okay.
If I was king, make it mandatory for a member of each household within the city to attend a meeting of all the on all the business that the city council is working on. No Q&A, just factual information to eliminate the rumors in the street. If I was still king, make US 19 the safest road within city limits. Code enforcement, boats, trash, clean up the city. I understand with flooding it takes time to get things cleaned up, but we have a code and there should be a time frame to get it under control. Areas that are not part of the flooding should be held to the code standards. Citizens have been fined in the past for not following the code, and now it seems like nobody cares if the code is followed. Dredge the canals near Brasher Park. We heard that there was a contract, but was also told by the permit office the canal by Tropical Woods Court will not see it for 10 plus years. That's sad. Who chooses which canals to get dredged? Same person. This is all same person. Also make a way to cross US 19 again so we can get to Main Street by golf cart. If people can ride their scooters, wheelchairs, bikes across 19, we should have no reason in the world for a legal cart. Bring more entertainment around Catches, Gildog area, the old Gildog property, right store eyes. I've been watching the meetings on the internet, and then I answered about the dredging. That's every single response. I didn't. There were 27, but that was me saying thank you for your response.
See, now here's the thing, there, half of those, not half, but many of those are being addressed by the council, but apparently that one person doesn't know.
Absolutely.
And other people, so how do you, this is the thing, how do you get that to them? I mean, obviously, they're on here, so they should know that you can watch the meetings or see it on YouTube later, but nobody's not catching that fact.
Well, you have to remember, too, I'm going to stick up for some of these people.
Okay.
These meetings are 2 to 4 hours long, and people don't have 2 to 4 hours.
That part, but isn't there on the bottom where you could actually watch certain parts of it?
But then how do you know which part you're going to miss, and that's part of your question?
You know, the first 10 minutes,
Okay, 10 minutes out of 3
They're
hours.
months behind on that.
is 3 months?
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
several
that's well,
months
okay.
behind,
Yeah.
so
But still, in
Yeah.
3 months' time,
I don't know that.
Because I remember when it was first done, it was like, oh, that's great. So I could skip past, and you may go through a little part of it, listen to a minute of something, and then you go scroll forward or whatever.
Right.
If it's
I
kind of
was
like,
doing a little overview, a little synopsis of
Yeah.
the meetings too, but then I was told that if I do that,
yeah,
then people aren't going to come to the meetings, or that I'm actually
it's
not
yeah,
doing a service
It's hard
to
to.
the
I
city.
think,
So
I think it's
so now-
wonderful if you did a synopsis, because I don't want to watch the meeting.
did you?
I like that idea.
Did you really?
But see the only problem. See, there's a pro and con. I
Right.
agree with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then the
So
con
they didn't
is
wanna,
they don't get to watch the meeting to see the actual. I'm going to say banter,
Procedure.
the discussion in between the synopsis,
Yeah.
and that's just as important sometimes as the end result. Is seeing how did they
I
did
did put the
get to-
timestamps, like the time.
I like the
So
timestamps. That's
I
what I like.
put the agenda
I saw it,
item,
yeah.
the timestamp, and
Right.
then the outcome. But like you said, people saw the outcome, so they didn't go look at the timestamp, or that's what was suspected would happen.
You could just remove the synopsis and just put agenda item and, that's what we do
The
in the
outcome.
county where I work. And we just put the agenda item and then the case number. So then you have to click on it to see the whole thing.
We got 2 law professionals here.
Oh, so just the timestamp and
Yeah,
not
the
the
timestamp,
outcome.
and then you can put the timestamp and the item number,
Mhm.
well the agenda item.
the
Yeah.
agenda item, yeah, and they just click on it.
If you want to see about the boat ramp, go to this.
Mhm.
If you don't care about the boat ramp,
So
don't
that
go.
might be better, yeah.
Exactly.
It's tough. I don't know why we're not throwing more.
Why don't you
people.
sit up in one of these chairs so you don't have to stand?
Yeah, just join us now.
Only when it's controversial do people show up.
That's
Right.
good.
When we had this whole issue, this whole room was totally packed, and the
Oh, I
back
know, I
was
was
totally
here.
packed. So that's when there's no one here, I tell people don't worry about it, because that means everything's going well. People are going to show up when they're not happy with
No,
the
but, all right, but Tarpon Springs and Newport Richie does quite well.
Yeah.
Just a normal meeting, there's people there.
Well, you have to remember, Tarpon Springs
understand.
and Newport Richie
Much
have a
bigger.
whole heck of a lot more
Much
people
bigger.
than we do.
I know. But when 2 people show up and the 3,000, how many are in the city?
3,000.
So that's, and you got to
Is
figure out a
that
third of those.
adults? Is that vote
think
adults, or is that
No.
residents with children, all encompassing?
That's another question.
I don't remember.
I think that's actual residents. I don't know.
I think there's like 1,900 voting.
Okay.
I think it's 1,900 voting, if I'm not mistaken.
Now,
Do you want to do the agenda?
maybe you know some of these questions, but like, how much was the estimate to dredge all these canals?
They haven't come up with it. They haven't done it yet. That's what,
Because it was like 100 times what our city income is last I checked. So like, I don't know if it's ever going to happen. And everybody keeps talking about this dredging, and I hope it does. I'm not anti-dredging. But I think it's just misleading. I don't think they're doing any. They want to do the ones on Gill Dogs, and they were trying to tell everybody else, "Oh, you're going to get yours done too." No, you're not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's probably never going to happen.
and to be honest with you, the majority of them are owned by the county. So I don't know why we don't pave the county streets too.
Well, the council's got to know between.
They do know.
The county and the city. So why would we be responsible for the county?
The majority we have.
We're not even.
We
We're
own,
residents
we own,
of
it.
the city of Port Richey owns one, possibly two, and the Army Corps of Engineers owns one, maybe two, out of all the canals. So I'm going to say four. I think it's really three, but I think I'll say four. Let's say five, just because.
So
the city only owns like 2 or 3 canals,
Mhm.
and I think that's wrong. I think I'm a lot less than that, and the
But
rest
now
of
is
the
there-
county
In
owns.
order to go to the county
Right.
or
Well,
the
that's
state,
my
or
question.
you have to have the survey done, the draft
Okay.
survey, to tell them the depth and what. That's what I'm told.
Okay.
And we
Jack
did,
Mariano has been trying.
So you can have it.
Again, you can't just go to the mistake,
yeah,
right? You
right,
can't just take
right,
it.
yeah.
Well,
Right.
Jack Mariano is very familiar with this because he has come to the city before and he was one with Dale, the mayor, touting for we're going to get you canals dredged free, right?
Yes.
Wasn't Jack with Dale?
but yeah, he wouldn't put that in writing.
No, he would no, but
Was it election year?
he needed money for his Hudson project, so I'm kind of worried that we go to the county. There's no guarantee that they're going to spend our tax dollars within our city. That's the only way we have control of our tax dollars. And if you're with the county, people think, oh, you're going to pay less money. Well, you're really not. You're going to pay more and have a lot less services.
Oh yeah, that we got to try to get rid of that because I don't know why people keep throwing it out there.
well, because it's you know why?
No, I don't.
I will tell you why. Because the county wants the waterfront.
Yeah.
There is no waterfront.
But why are the residents
jewel of
why are
Pasco
the residents
County.
falling into that? Say, yeah, give it to the county. Let the county take over the city. What?
How do they?
Well, look at the county around us. It's terrible.
Yeah. So
There's nothing good about it.
What makes anyone think that they want our waterfront? Our
Because there
waterfront's
because
problematic.
Pasco County, no,
It
because
almost
the
happened.
Hooters area.
It was
Oh no, they
almost
could make
happened
that.
this close.
They would dump money into that, and they would make that
Do you
absolutely
mean-
beautiful.
Do you
The
mean?
Hooters area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Just that?
Yeah.
That's what they want.
who else has waterfront? We're the only ones that have
Well,
waterfront.
we only
I
have
thought you meant the whole waterfront, like.
Well, they might want all of us and get all of us out of here.
no. Really, when you think about it,
What?
Holly, there is no county except for SunWest Mines. There is no county park area to go. Town, downtown area in
Or
Pasco County.
waterfront. Or a nice
The
waterfront.
only,
area to see it.
we have the only true accumulation. Sorry,
It's not a park. County's got the parks, but this is not a park. That's the only place that isn't
this
a park.
is
They
a
can develop
business.
however
This
they
is a
want.
business area that
Right.
Port Richey was a port 100 years ago, right? Fishing.
Well, I think they called it a port, but I don't know that it actually was.
But we do have the fishing in there. I mean, so that's
That's true.
my opinion. The county wants that's not just my opinion. That's many people's opinion. They want the waterfront.
But I've heard the residents want it. Just let the county take it over. And one of the most important ones just sold his property down. You keep saying, let the county take care of it. I don't think it'd be a good thing.
No,
Try getting
it would not
hold
be.
of somebody at the county when you have a problem.
I don't think
You
it'd be a
know,
good thing.
It would be a
lot of
horrible
fun.
thing. Horrible.
Just leaving messages, never to have anybody call you back.
I'm not against it or for it, but I just think you got to have everything in writing, and you cannot trust. Once you lose that power, you are never getting it back. You're never going to get your city back if you don't like it,
Just
and you have no say so whatsoever.
I have a friend of mine that lives in Port Richey, but in the unincorporated up by Jasmine area, type up there. This is a story he told me about 5 to 6 years ago. He was over in Dade City for a meeting, and his wife called him in the afternoon. She came home from work, and she says, "Oh my God, we were broken into." He says, "Call the sheriff." And I did. Okay. He said, "All right, I'm on my way home." He left the meeting. He goes home right away from Dade City. He made it to his house before the sheriff.
Wow.
Because there was nobody in the house. It was a robbery, so it was not life-threatening, imminent, that type of thing. So it gets put. They triage their calls, and because it was a robbery and there was nobody in the house, it's not as important. Rightly so, as somebody dying or a car accident or somebody dead, of course. So, but because it's such a big area, it gets triaged, and so and
All right,
that's
so I got a question. We had something came up with about the dispatch. The dispatch is now going to the county, correct? Now, if you call the actual Port Richey police department, goes directly to the county.
no. What it is that it always had. Well, it has
You call
been
911, it goes to the county.
always has been.
Right.
It went 911 when I fell 5 years ago on my road and broke my ankle. I called 911 and I went to county.
Right.
I had a big problem with that. Well, that's a separate story.
Yes.
But you call the non-emergency number, it goes to our people here. Like I call, because we're usually locked right away. So I call, when we come in 6 o'clock.
Right.
So I call the non-emergency number, and the cops usually come over and they'll unlock the door for us. When my husband used to fall all the time, I never called 911. I would just call the non-emergency number, and then they would send fire rescue out, our fire guys,
Right.
and they would help me. They wouldn't help me. They would do it. They would pick them up off the floor and assess and make sure that they didn't need to go anywhere. And that happened about 12 times or so, 10 to 12 times. And they were usually to my house before I hung up the phone and got to the front door.
I have a story too about that
So-
also. But now someone online said that they called. I don't know if it's 911. Maybe the 911. And they said it was ridiculous. I didn't go here. It was there.
Yeah, Caitlin did.
And I mean, how long did it take? I mean, I didn't see how long it took, and I don't know what the emergency was, whatever. But
I think she was saying that she was upset that
She-
her father did. We lost her son.
I got the oh,
Well,
that's the part I
her
don't
husband
understand
used
why.
to be a county cop.
Yeah. So
I mean, to me, it doesn't matter as long as the outcome's the same and maybe even quicker. Who cares? That's what I always call right here. I go call them direct. The last time I called, I've only called twice. I couldn't believe it. I mean, it was less than a minute. I don't know where they were, but they came fast.
Well, see, people don't know that we don't advertise the non-emergency number.
Right.
And rightly so, because it's not an emergency. If they're on the call, they're not going to hang up to get another one.
Right.
You should call 911. I'll give you another example. About a year and a half ago, I was sitting at Alex with 2 friends of mine, sitting at the bar.
Oh yeah, remember the story.
Oh, did I tell it?
Go ahead.
I would hear.
And there was a party right by the front window, like about 10 or 12 people, adults. They were eating dinner and drinking, whatever. And all this, I don't know how, I was drinking. And all of a sudden, some guy falls off the chair. He went to get up, and he falls off the chair and falls. And I go,
You're drinking and you're a nurse.
well, I had one drink. I don't drink a lot anymore. But I went, he's not getting up.
oh no.
She said, "Guys, should go work on that."
So I go over. He has no pulse.
Oh,
Oh, geez.
He has no pulse. So I turn around and I go, call 911 because it's an emergency. The guy's got no pulse. So I start CPR on the guy. My friend is called 911 and going through the rigmarole and da-da-da-da. So now I'm by the window doing CPR on him. His family is all there.
okay.
The restaurant is there. That's outside, my friend, looking at me on the phone to 911, still looking at me doing CPR. Finally, he goes to the fire. He runs to the fire department, and they were there right there.
Yeah.
But it took to call 911.
Is there a catty corner to this?
And by the time the rig showed up, our guy came down. I had gotten a pulse just as they
Oh,
come
good
in.
job.
Oh, you did?
Good
Yeah,
job.
he walked to the stretcher and he was
That's
fine.
awesome.
I checked with Mama Fahad a couple days later, and he was fine. So, but my point is, the 911 call was
I know we called him on our dock. My husband saved my neighbor with CPR, and the hospital said for sure he would have been dead if it weren't for somebody doing CPR. But they came, and Jim Matthew was there too.
I heard about that. Yes,
And it's usually a 3 minute, and I'm looking at where have they come? Where are they? It was 10 minutes before they got there.
it's
It's usually 3
How
minutes
long ago was
max.
How long
about
ago?
a year
A
ago.
year ago, yeah, during crab scallop season.
So hopefully it's gotten a little better now. I'm not
It's
great.
not going to get any better. You're dealing with the county.
I'm a
The
good
county,
but
the county has an algorithm they have to do. When I fell and broke my ankle, I had my 5 dogs on a leash at night. And I said, I fell in the street. What's your address? I'm in the middle of the street on Lantern Court. What's your address? So I wasn't even near my house. I was 1.5 houses away. I gave them my address because I didn't know. It was 9 o'clock at night in January. I can't see. I don't know my numbers of my neighbors. I said, I'm the only one laying in the, I used the expletive, in the street. When they come down, they'll find me. I've got 5 dogs. Well, I had 4. One got
did you
away.
give them the street?
Yeah, they did. They wanted the address
Just
number.
make up a number.
I did. I gave them mine. But you have to understand, when you're laying there with a broken ankle, you know it's broken, and you.
You gotta think about it. They gotta know where to go.
So then I tell them all this. She says to me, "Okay, there's somebody on the way." I said, "Okay, fine." She says to me, "Okay, well, if you've got any animals, can you please make sure you put them away?"
It's because you felt because of
I
you're
said,
fucking your dog.
What fucking part of I'm walking my 4 dogs laying in the street do you not understand?
We're not recording this one, right?
Oh, it's not recording?
No,
Well, it's recorded at the county. Don't worry, because that's what I said to them.
Oh.
but it's true. I mean, come on.
I mean, so it's an algorithm. They have to say that. But I told her that I had 4 dogs. And well, it turned out by the time they got there, I had already called my girlfriend to come take my dogs, and she did. But not when I called.
I know. Let's use it. I'm really.
Well, they're here.
So I can make a suggestion. Prestigious chair. This is the one I hear on.
Yeah,
And this house system is still hard.
It's always been horrible. They've tried to fix it 102 times.
Yeah, it's
Anyway,
been
so
horrible.
what's on our agenda?
Okay. We need
Oh,
to
I
approve the
thought that
minutes
was
for. Anybody want to approve the minutes?
Because we've been talking for 40 minutes.
I know.
now.
I
Yeah,
think
so a motion to approve the CAC minutes.
for September 3rd.
Yes, for September
I
3rd.
make a motion to approve the 9/3/25 seats.
I just did that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You want to second it?
Yeah, second. I didn't hear you say it. I was thinking you were chairing for a minute.
Okay.
I know, I'm very noisy.
We need to vote on committee chairs. We need to vote on a chair, a vice chair, and a secretary. Do you have any volunteers?
I think you're making a wonderful chair.
I think Carolyn puts a lot of time and effort into the city. I see you come to other meetings.
You're awesome.
And,
Would you?
she's doing a lot, so I'll make a motion for Carolyn to be the chair
And who's going to do secretary?
or secretary, whatever you want to do.
Whatever you guys want to put me in, I don't care.
What would you like to do?
Whichever you guys.
Could you be chair secretary?
No, they can't do that.
No.
But usually the chair is the person who's been here the most and the longest, and that would be myself or Linda. So I don't
Oh,
know.
I'm sorry.
I'd be willing to do
Okay.
vice chair, maybe. I don't know.
I would make a motion that Linda becomes chair.
Okay.
I know you wanted to take a break out of it. Or
Yeah, I would like to step back.
You've been trying that for a while. I've
I
been
don't-
hearing it.
Is that okay with you? Would you be
I'm
the
fine
chair?
doing anything. I'm fine sitting here. I'm fine sitting out there.
You being chair?
You can vote me back over there too. I don't care.
Well, I'll second Linda
That's
then.
no help.
for chair.
Okay.
I'm good.
Linda, you're the new chair.
I've already done
Okay,
this.
and
I've
then-
done this once before.
Caroline, do you want to stay on as
Yeah.
secretary? Because you do an awesome job.
I'll make a motion for Carolyn to be secretary.
I second it.
Awesome.
And I make a motion.
And you
for-
do good minutes, by the
Oh,
way.
thank you.
Not that doesn't always happen, and that's kind of
Yeah.
yes.
And I make a motion for Lori to be vice chair.
Second.
second that.
Well, we got 2 seconds.
Okay.
Third it.
There you go.
All right. So we'll move on from that. The meet and greet. Now, we had talked about is when we do the meet and greets, hardly anybody shows up anymore. So we thought about maybe doing some activities with it. Like I think this guy that owns the pontoon boat, the Hubbard. It's not Hubbard anymore, but the guy that bought it. He hasn't called me back, but I thought it would be nice to offer, if he offered maybe a little bit of a discount, or maybe he doesn't even offer a discount, but just one night that it's just citizens of Port Richey that go out and see what he does. It would actually help his business.
I remember your last meeting you mentioned that. I do know somebody that's smaller boat, but
Okay.
he might be willing to do a discount.
Okay.
I'm not, I got to check how big his boat is.
Can I
Pontoon.
make a suggestion? We probably need to send this through legal to make sure that
Yeah.
there's no legal problems with putting people on boats. Citizens
Yeah.
on a city,
They said it's a city.
Well,
function.
It's not going to be a city function though. If it's
so it is, if
it's
if it's through CAC, it's a city function.
Well, we go to bars. I mean,
yeah, we go to bars and we
I know, but I said it might be perfectly fine, but I think we just need to run it through legal.
Sure.
That's all. I mean,
we have to
hopefully it is
sign a
fine.
waiver.
right.
Okay, we'll check on that.
I'll take you out and see the
Arts
dolphins.
North,
I'm
you
good
said
with that.
is not our
What?
is not in the city. Arts North is not in the city.
No,
But I thought that might be fun to do. Line dancing. They're close to the city.
they are close to the
So we
city.
could try. I did read them about the stuff. And then Cancun Beach, they have a mariachi band, which might be fun to join and do that one.
That would be nice.
So we're working on that. The painting of the wall in Olsner Park. I wanted to try to pick some dates, like some weekends in October when we work on that. And I'm gonna, in the meantime, I'm gonna try to get somebody to be in charge of it. Because we lost our 2 people that were gonna be in charge of the whole project. And I think I could get some art people from Gulf High. Unless you know of anybody else who's qualified to.
I don't.
So the painting, the actual paint is provided by the city?
Yeah, we'll get them.
They're going to pay for some, and then we're going to get some donated.
Okay.
I talked to the guy at Sherwin-Williams, the manager there, and he said he would give us some of their
So I was thinking,
mix-ups.
yeah, I was thinking of doing like
Do it.
you had said about a competition or something.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if maybe because I mean people will say, "Oh, I want to get paid," but a lot of them want to get recognition as well, and people can go see the artwork and then they can get hired to do other
Yeah.
projects. So I don't know if we can do something that
Well, I was thinking they would just sign next to their painting.
Yeah.
Like she had it with a frame, but I think it would be better to have each person sign the picture that they did,
they did,
they
yeah.
painted.
But how can we get that on social media? Because I could put it on groups, but how
Yeah.
can we announce it, market it?
Well, we've done it just within the city, but do you want people that aren't in the city? Because there's that guy that on US 19 that does the sign things. He might be willing to help us, but I don't.
But
I mean,
it's
he
for
usually gets-
free, though, because I saw once that he did that. We were asking for the logo for the
Mhm.
Centennial one, and he was like, "Well, no, I'm not getting paid or anything like that." So I saw his comments. So I don't know if they would
Yeah.
do that, but maybe someone's willing to do it.
Yeah.
Just to come out and
I just looked on PHCC to see if they have an arts program, and I don't see anything. So,
school behind.
well,
Isn't it Chasco? There's a
yeah,
Chasco.
it's Wendell Pryn now. Oh, yeah,
Uh-huh.
let's see.
I don't know if they have something maybe.
I'm looking. Hold on.
Did you see that photo you're looking at?
Yeah, I think this must be John Journey, who was like the first mayor or something. Or they named that Journey Key after him. It says to John Journey, I think. I don't know who these 2 are, but that's Martha Olsner. And here's some other pictures that I printed out for the wall that I'll pass around.
I like that one. With the native.
I'll pass these on to you.
Oh yeah, it sure does. This guy.
Now, the only, like, I would be available next weekend, but not the following weekend. And then
But to do what?
to start painting.
Putting this on the wall.
What different pictures?
But like.
Well, I
so
thought we
we-
should, that was just an idea. It's not firmed up.
Okay, Wendell Crin has an arts, audiovisual technology and communication, commercial arts technology, digital camera. So they might have something.
Okay.
Let's
Somebody had posted to Gulf High had helped a business in Newport Richey paint their wall, and it was really good. It was just the Gulf High art.
Could we reach out to the person who does that business in Holiday?
Well, that's what we were talking about. That guy on the US 18. He's the one that was saying he wasn't getting paid. So
He gets paid pretty well. He was-
It makes sense, I mean, if you're an established business.
She's done dozens around.
yeah, I'm surprised we got as many. Although we did have to back out, but I'm surprised we had as many volunteers as we got. But I'm
What happened to all the people, I mean, I know two of them.
Well, one Sam Cruz is the guy that is real good artist. He's done stuff for the Yankees and everything, and he can do faces and does really, really professional stuff. He had to back out. He is retired, but now he's working like 7 days a week at his job because a lot of the staffing changed there. So now he doesn't have time to help us. And then Cherokee moved.
Cherokee.
So those were the two leaders. I think Janet Mallet might help us if she's in town. She's at her other location a lot though. These are the ones I sent out. So you think we need to put this off another month, Melinda?
I kind of do, only because we don't have art to do.
How far has the wall become? I mean, is the
What's
base-
100 feet?
No, not long. It's clean, pressure washed.
Yeah, and painted.
primed, ready for paint.
Yeah.
So, but nothing has been determined what else
This
wants
is-
to be put on it.
This is what Cherokee, there's four.
These are the
You
ideas
were
you
here
come
for
up
that,
with?
Christie, right? You were
Yeah.
here for that? Yeah. That was that was a very crude, but very nice.
Look, ideas.
Yes. And if you lay them out, yeah, but if you lay them out like this, it's the
It
whole
covers the whole
wall.
wall? Yeah. Okay.
Well, guess what? I can't be here at the next meeting. November. So it's my sister's birthday.
Hope it's
her
not-
50th birthday.
November 1st.
November 6th.
Okay, that's fine. Because November
We
3rd
went
is
to
fine.
Nashville for her
That's
birthday.
good. November 4th.
Oh, you know what the
November
signs, like,
November
there
6th.
was signs.
No, I know, but the meeting is the
I'm
4th.
ready for the signage.
No, it isn't.
Like, welcome
Yeah.
aboard or something.
It's the 6th.
Oh, I'm looking at Tuesday. I'm so sorry. The 6th. You're correct.
Yeah,
I
you're
was-
thinking of council.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You are correct. It's the 6th. You are correct.
Okay, I'm usually not correct.
Yo, yes, you are.
Put these on without-
Okay, well then, when we get into November, I can't be there that first week. Weekend, the 6th, 7th, and 8th, and then the next weekend I could, but then the following weekend I think is Thanksgiving. Do you know what? 27th. Okay, so we have the 15th and 16th, the 22nd and 23rd. We can plan on those for painting days, tentatively.
So tentative, the 15th, 16th, and 22nd.
November 15th, 16th, 22nd, and 23rd. Paint days.
No, the mound is
Tentatively.
over on Sunset on the south side of the river. This is over on,
I know.
okay.
It's good. Nice little, it is a nice little park.
It is a very nice park.
I haven't been there recently, but yeah, nice little sandy beach with the cabana. Yeah, it's a nice little park. What's this?
Well, this is part of the sale, so it seems like something's missing. That's okay.
Would those dates be okay with you guys tentatively? November 15th, 16th, 22nd, and 23rd? Yeah. That's for November. Because I don't really want to wait and then get into December because we're not going to end up doing anything in December.
November 15th.
15th, this is a Saturday and Sunday and Saturday and Sunday. So 15th and 16th, and then the 22nd and 23rd. Hopefully we can get some more people.
But then if we don't get anyone, then what is it that we're doing? We're painting?
Painting them.
So it's already painted.
That's this
Yeah.
weekend.
They painted it.
I'm saying we could start on some of the phases of it.
I don't know how to, like,
They-
draw.
what- See, we don't have any art. That's what I don't
Yeah, I
understand.
don't.
Well, those are pictures of art.
These are.
Everybody just
nothing-
take a square.
There's no way I can
There's me neither.
get any of this onto the wall.
I can't even do a stick figure.
Not even, I can't either. I cannot.
I'm really bad.
Terrible.
I can
was
paint
in
a wall,
was
but
in
I
a
can't.
Art
Has everybody agreed on
class
what's
one
there?
time where they.
Well, we have
the
to bring it to
teacher,
council. We
they
haven't
would
done
do a
that,
canvas.
which
is-
I thought
which is
for
not a
sure,
problem.
Like, I went in with a lot of confidence.
I don't think they're gonna really say no.
Probably have the best thing.
You know what I mean?
at the end of this. Mine
Do you have
was
the
by far
pictures?
the worst.
For
It's so bad that the
You have the other
instructor
pictures?
Yes, they have.
offered to trade me
Really?
for his, just so I'd have something decent to take home.
I would like to have a
Oh
version
my
somewhere
gosh.
here somewhere.
I'm
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah,
at
yeah.
that.
I
I
used to say
can't.
we would take these pictures and like implement
Yeah, how to
them
do
somewhere
it,
along
and
I
the
then
way.
think this
do
is
it.
just, or
So
I-
that-
this
you
is
do that, and
here.
then once you gotta start adding
This
on.
is just it, that, like that.
I don't know how to. I
I
can't.
can't believe how bad
Okay.
it turned out.
So,
So,
I can paint just a whole wall, but I can't.
It was terrible. No.
the Welcome to Port Richey, established 1925, that would be not horrible to do.
If we, well,
We can get a stencil.
Yeah, that's a
We-
stencil.
We would have to get a, I mean, because that's just,
Because that can be
stencil.
done. Yeah,
we could
stencil.
get somebody with a really good writing, which is not me, to write large on there, like this.
And we just follow
So
it.
this is not a problem, okay?
But do
You
we
are
need both this and that? I mean, this says Port Richey, Florida here. Maybe we should just put welcome
there's
to
an
Oldsmere
Oldsmere.
Park, Port Richey, Florida, right there. I mean,
Yeah,
I think this is just taking up
I
extra
like that.
space
I
here.
like that.
When we could get in some of the
Yeah.
aspects of the city that we don't have there. Like she put everything, she put this, which is our a centennial, and then the police and the fire,
Mhm.
and then the name. But I'd like to have some room to put in the Indian and the Aaron Ritchie, maybe a picture of Martha Oldsmere, the ships.
I think to
The
start it,
ships somewhere. I think
I-
that's the shrimp
Yes,
boats
the shrimp
are definitely
boats.
indicative, and the stilt house. I don't know if I had a picture. Of
I
the
think
stilt house.
combining these two would be perfect, like, welcome to Oldsmere Park,
Richie.
Port Richey, Florida, down here, with this in the middle of that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
this is too much.
So, so,
same.
welcome to City of Port, this,
Okay.
oh wait, no, you could do. I'm thinking, sorry. How tall is this wall? I don't remember.
It's 100 foot.
No, tall.
Wide. I think it's like.
It's probably like 6 foot, 7
no,
foot.
it's taller than that.
Is it tall
It's
enough?
like-
I don't remember.
Way taller than my husband. And it's like 8 to 10 foot
Okay.
high.
So if it is that tall, we could do welcome to, like, straight across. Put this in the middle. Oldsmere Park over here. And then underneath it, Port Richey, Florida. In the middle of the wall,
I like
Okay.
that. I like that.
okay? We can start with that. Oh, sorry. You see what I mean?
Could we, and this is so detailed right here, couldn't we just get one of these printed like that,
Sure.
a really heavy duty one, and put that right in the center? And then with it being like a 3D look, it's going to just add a little bit more character to
We
it.
would have to. I would say not like a canvas or anything like that, because in the storms it would
No.
blow away. But something that is more permanent. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be really cool.
Something hard and durable that can take the sun and the heat.
Yeah.
We can order one of
As long
those.
as it won't get stolen.
Well,
No, it's going to be glued down.
or you can get, if it's like on, I'm going to say glass because I don't know, well, plexiglass or something. If it's on that, you can get those hooks, like you put
Clips.
mirrors on clips on, and you could actually screw the whole thing
Yeah.
down.
What is
Oh.
this?
That's old.
Yeah, but what's it made of? I don't know. You can make something like this. Probably about that size, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And put that on it's made out of. But, yeah.
So
That's
that
pretty
that
neat.
would be a start. I could probably do leaves,
Leaves.
and if it doesn't look good, we can always just paint over it.
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
No, I'm being
That's true,
serious.
true. Yeah,
I mean, if it doesn't look good, I mean,
You know,
I'm not opposed to trying it, but I am certainly not an artist.
Yeah, no, me neither.
You know,
Maybe leaves though, I mean, yeah.
Can we present this to council with putting in some of these pictures? I can get more pictures of what you guys think we should add. I don't think I have a picture of
Should we
that.
determine what's gonna be on the wall first?
Well, that's what we're trying to
I think
do.
that needs to be a discussion between us and the artist, whoever decides to do that.
Well,
Because-
Well, there's gonna be multiple artists. There's not gonna be just one
Oh,
artist.
okay.
I would like to get somebody to be in charge of it, but I have quite a few artists that are willing to come. It's not just you guys, but
Okay.
Okay, good.
Well, maybe they can do leaves.
oh yeah, they can do leaves. And I was really depending on Sam to do pictures of faces because that's so hard to do.
So you already have artists that would be willing to do this.
Oh yeah,
Oh, so
yeah, but I mean they're not paid. They're volunteers, so
yeah, no, but
it's
they're
hard
artists.
working with volunteers because they don't always show up.
Yeah.
But they are artists.
You know, I
This
was,
is pretty.
yeah.
But I mean, if you could maybe put like, the sailboat,
Well, that'd be
the
okay.
strip
As
boat
long as
pictures would be
it's-
implemented here or whatever, and then show them this
Okay.
and show them how we're going to do it and where we're going to put that on her design.
This is pretty.
I love that. That we have to have because that's our mascot.
I
our
agree.
city that's something else that
But
the
see,
CFC
something
did.
like the artist did. The correct coloring.
I had a picture of Aaron Ritchie and it wasn't printing out right, but he's the one with the beard. He's out there in the front.
I know how to do this.
Yeah, my friend could definitely do that.
With if we just get if we get a big, we can get it printed big on just a regular photo, because you've seen the buffalo I did, right?
No.
I can never find it.
Should we try this? Sit in this thing? Who does that? Nope. We just got to put the tape.
Photos.
That's
Okay.
what you need.
I mean, if you want.
Okay.
If you don't shoot for something in the city, that's.
This is
Well, to-
the same idea.
Might be willing to do.
Okay. See that buffalo?
Oh wow, that's great. That's awesome.
You did that?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That is 3x4. Just this is my owl I just did. But my point is, I did this from photographs.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's the way
so
that
I
the
can-
two artists I have coming.
if we get the big photo, I can cut. I know how to cut this out, and then we can color it in.
Okay.
That we can do. This is my fox so far.
my ink was running out, but this is a real photo right out at the Gulf.
Yes.
Beautiful. That was real, we took that. Wow. But that pink, the water isn't that color. All my ink was coming out. I think this is a good picture.
Yeah, I love that.
I can't find it. I'll find it.
Okay. Anyway, we'll work with this plan that Cherokee started and implement other phases into it, modify it a little bit, present it to council, and set up the dates. And I can get the paint from the starter paint and some work tables over there, and if they need some shade, I could probably provide that with tents. I have some umbrellas and stuff too, and I'll bring some drinks, waters, and Gatorades or whatever. Do you want to check with Walmart and see if they would give us any scrap paint?
Sure. Yeah.
And I'm getting scrap paint from Sherwin-Williams. I just don't know. We can use as much as
What
we can
about
have. Whatever we don't use,
Depot?
Well, people in the cities, really.
Home Depot. I mean,
But
They're
they probably don't care.
yeah. Yeah, they might give it to you anyway.
They definitely took in a lot of Port Richey money recently.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They took in a lot of my money, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay, next on the list, Linda, is the welcome packet for new residents. Or do you want to skip over that for now?
I didn't do anything more with it. Well, that's not true. I spoke to Sal, and Sal was a little confused because his packet, as we saw, was more on a monthly, biannual, type of thing.
Right.
So I will get with Sal this week, and I think,
Quarterly would even be okay.
well, I think they're two different newsletters.
Okay.
My opinion. Yeah, you didn't have one of these,
No,
Rob.
I
So let me hear. Yes, I have made extra copies if you want.
Yeah, she did one and Sal
Sal.
did one, yeah. I have one of these at home.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know,
Oh,
because
you want
Carolyn,
me to-
I
Yeah, I
didn't know if
have
you wanted to
mine.
see it again.
Oh,
I
sure,
have mine.
sure.
Thanks.
So that was something that Sal came up with also, where pretty much.
No, I came up with it, and then at the same time, because Andy was here, he told Sal to do something.
Right.
But because Sal was here when, I've been talking about this for a long time, trying to do this, and I've been shot down because nobody wants to pay for the postage and Then I was talking to a neighbor across the street who had just moved in, and he goes, I didn't know about XYZ.
Sure.
And I said, oh, okay. So I again went back into this mode of what we need to do. So this is just real quick.
This is the
One
rough-
time,
this is rough cut.
yes, it's not complete. My personal idea was this gets mailed out to 100% of the residents one time.
Yes.
After that, it goes here to the utilities, because when you come, you have to come to
Right.
utility department to
Right.
sign up for water. And then we give this to them at that point. And then a different newsletter could be a once a year, once every 2 years, twice a year, whatever they all decide to do.
Right.
Then if they want to do another newsletter like that. I happen to get the Newport Richey one all the time because my zip code is different. I have 34652. So I get the Newport Richey City newsletter, which I read. I don't go on their website.
How often
Do you have one laying around? You
No.
bring one?
I will, but I don't get. No, I get them and then I read them and then I throw them out.
Right, yeah,
I have brought them in to show people.
okay.
They do it real fancy. Of course, they are Newport Richey. It's glossy and color pictures, and so on. 8x10 glossy is like Alice's restaurant. But
Only Thanksgiving.
only Thanksgiving. We used to sing that every time.
Everybody, yeah. That's the only
My
thing
son
I'm
could sing
looking
that song. 20 minutes, he could sing that song beginning to end
for.
without
Once a year is
music.
good enough for me.
Um,
How often does that come out?
I think it's twice a year, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely twice a year. I don't think it's
Maybe
quarterly.
quarterly,
Yeah, it might be, but I haven't gotten one recently. So
Well, they have to do one twice a year for the
Snowbirds.
insurance
Oh.
for the hurricanes. They
We
have
don't
to
do-
give it.
no, we
That's
do
county.
That's once a year, and
Once a year.
that's the same hurricane thing that I've gotten for 38
Yeah,
years.
I know. I just throw it in the garbage,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they have to send it out regardless because of the insurance.
Right. So that's to me not a newsletter.
Yeah, I just throw it away. It's a waste of money.
Yeah. And they have, but this.
But they could add to
But-
that
but like-
newsletter. They could just add a little bit more to it.
Well, if people
What's-
just throw it out immediately.
Yeah.
then-
Well, if there was something else
Maybe-
besides the same stuff that they send us every year.
I think it
Like-
should be different.
It goes directly into the trash can before I get to the house. So
Yeah, you have to stay,
Yeah,
you know
it's the same thing.
what it is.
I think a newsletter, just
No.
even twice a year would be
I'm
good.
fine, I'd be,
But,
yeah, I'm agree with you on that.
but,
I think it'd be great.
I think to start with, I'd like to start with something and go
What
from
is
there.
the cost that it gets shot down? What kind of cost?
They didn't say. I never got that far.
I used to help do the newsletter years
So it would
ago.
go to
I did with Jerry
$1,800?
Calhoun.
Well, that's no. I don't know how many resident actual physical homes there are.
Okay.
There aren't 1,800. There's 1,800 people. Like
Figure
two,
about
three.
like $1 a piece.
I don't know. That's what I was told by the city.
Doesn't sound like a lot of money. I
No.
would assume it could go out.
Well,
$1
you have to
per-
print it and stuff like that.
Well, sure,
So
yeah.
that's all.
But
Would
that's
Would you think this would be the actual size of it? basically what, 5 pages, 4 pages, 4 pages?
I mean, they had to cut out,
Whatever you want
what,
to add or take out.
$5,000 worth of fireworks. So, I mean, if that's going to be $6,000 a year, that is a lot of money for a little
They
city
cut
like
out
us.
$5,000 fireworks.
Yeah, I mean, they had to cut it out because we didn't have the money for it this last. We used it for the centennial, but no fireworks for 4th of July.
Oh, that's, well, that, I think that.
No, I think we
I don't
voted to
think-
do that
I don't think
because
it was because.
it was
of-
about 3 weeks.
Yeah,
It was
Right.
3 weeks.
yeah, it wasn't a,
Between the-
there wasn't a money thing.
It was
It
so
was-
close
it was
between the
timing.
4th of July and the Centennial,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Right.
Fourth of
Right.
Well, I just know that's why they quit doing it before because
No.
they were complaining
Well,
it was too expensive.
Before,
Okay.
we only started doing fireworks about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that, Lori.
I think
Yeah.
it's longer than that. Well, our neighborhood we used to pay for. We had 2 professional fireworks people though in our
Oh,
neighborhood.
that's nice. Very good.
Bill Colombo.
Oh, yeah.
He was a licensed
Yep.
fire.
Yep.
And Bill Bennett. They're both licensed.
Is he still there?
Bill, I don't know. If he's in a nursing home.
Oh, is he? Oh,
Anyway,
so,
so you're going to work on that with Sal to make sure it's not.
I'll
too-
work on that with Sal, and when we get something together, do you want me to give this to Christine to present to council?
The post office offers special pricing for qualified nonprofits, including municipalities, which can save 54 to 80% on mailing costs for various materials. So you can
Plus, if
possibly
I ever become part of
It's
it,
like, it's a city,
something to look into.
it's a city thing, whatever they want to do.
I can talk to a printer, see if he can come up with some kind of deal on this.
So let
Maybe
me,
we've never asked.
Sal knows all about it, and Sal said, it's just a, I'm not,
Okay.
whatever.
Okay.
So I'll get with Sal about this. If you have any suggestions, if anybody has suggestions of what they would, this is only my ideas. This is just very, very cursory. If whatever you think should go in or be taken out, I'm open. This is just whatever y'all think.
I
This
saw
is,
little things like
well, it's probably typos and stuff. Yeah, no, this
Yeah,
type, but this
but
is
you'll
me
catch
typing.
that.
Yeah, this is me
Sure.
just typing.
sure.
I'm a nurse, not a
I didn't
typist.
see any. No, I'm not complaining. And I know you'll catch that.
Yeah.
When you do your final.
Yeah.
But I didn't see anything that needed to
Probably around here every Thursday.
come out.
No,
It's all good info.
when
This
I'm
residential grant program. Let's see. You don't.
I didn't do the, I did not do the business. No, I didn't, because that's gonna change every year.
Right.
So.
It's about. Well, hopefully it'll change very soon. So I think the way you have it reads fine.
I tried to be very non-specific so that they call the city to get the information. I
Right.
don't want this to be the end-all be-all. I want this to
Right.
spur a question and say, ooh, let me call and find out, how do I get $5,000?
Right.
You know, that type of thing.
Yeah. How much do we get from CRA money? Do you happen to know offhand?
What do you mean?
How much now?
100,000, 5,000.
It's whatever they put in budget.
5,000 per household for 100,000.
No, but I mean for overall, what does our city get for CRA? How many millions?
Oh, it's about 1.7. That's what I gathered.
Because when they did the last dredging thing,
Well,
they
it's-
spent almost
it's- that's the
$900,000 of CRA money to get those permits, which expired.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was $900,000 just spent on nothing
Mhm.
because everybody had this dream, oh, I'm going to get free dredging because that's what they tell me. You know, so we wasted $900,000 that could have went to better people's houses in the neighborhood. And that's what it's supposed to be for. It's
Mhm.
supposed to be,
I'm
it's
working on that.
community redevelopment.
I'm working on that hard. I have a meeting
And
Tuesday.
it's to fix up the dilapidated areas and make your place more presentable.
Right.
That's what the
I'm
CRA
really-
money's supposed to be.
I have a meeting with the city manager and Nancy on Tuesday about that very thing. To make it easier, payments direct to contractors, so people who can't come up with $5,000 but need.
What they do is now they send you a W9 or whatever they do.
But Delray Beach does it, so I think we could do it.
Oh yeah, Newport
Delray
Ritchie,
Beach-
they
yeah.
will pay, but it's a delayed payment, so you have to find a vendor that will accept payment later. They'll have a promissory.
Oh, you know what?
Ours
Some of
only
your,
takes days.
you're right, because I just had hurricane shutters done and I did the thing, and if it was a delayed payment, they wouldn't have done it. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But our reimbursement only takes a couple days. So we have some we have some what do you call it? Pre-approved or whatever it is, where they've already submitted their business info to the city for this program in previous years. So if they could reach out to them and see if we can come to an agreement that they would take direct payments, then they could get more business.
But not every time, like the hurricane people have never, they had to do the stuff.
Yeah.
So they didn't
A lot
have
of
their
things
stuff.
well.
Right.
Another
And
thing
it's-
that,
And it would be an option too. It's not just everything's direct payment, but people
Oh,
who
okay.
can't afford to get their house painted
yeah,
or new siding, we could pay their contractor rather than them having to come up with $5,000.
If it's an either or, that's perfect.
Yeah, sure.
but they're not going to pay the contractor before
No.
the thing is done, and they pay after. So
And that's going to be, a challenge that those homeowners will have to work through. And the city can assist with that with some of those pre-qualified vendors, vendors that have already worked with the city on this program, because they kind of have to jump through hoops too.
yeah,
So it would take an agreement, for the vendor to accept that. A later payment, but if they eventually get more business because they get known as they'll put siding on a house, it's the city paying them. It's not like you're waiting on the resident, to get a paycheck or something. The city has just got to cut the check, and it takes days. Like when I got my check, it was 3 days.
wow. I mean, she had to wait like a month or two.
No,
My daughter.
Not in Fort
For
Ritchie.
Newport Richie.
Yeah,
Newport
no,
Richie.
Newport
But
Richie
another
is so
thing
much
that they
harder.
did in Newport Richie that you might want to recommend is they made her take a picture of her house before the project and then a picture of her house after the
They
project.
do that.
Because
Okay.
she got new
Yeah.
windows
They
and
do
it was
that.
a dramatic and
Pat,
difference to all these
Pat comes out.
houses.
Pat comes out when you put your application in. They come out and they take the pictures.
Right.
They keep them. They come out. They take the pictures afterwards, and then the building official comes out and does his building official stuff and signs off the permit.
Well, it's also not, like they had it on display. I know that they would keep that in a file somewhere, but it's nice to have it on
Right.
display so people come in and say, "This is where your money, tax dollars went."
Sal,
To
I'm working
better
with
your
Sal on
community.
doing some before and after stuff on the city website so that
Yeah.
we can share it to like the town hall.
Yeah.
Some of the projects that we are working on.
Yeah.
So, if we could do some before and afters, then our resident, oh yeah, we're not on film, so.
I was wondering what you were doing.
Actually have to talk
Yeah.
to them. Yeah. But, residents are saying that nothing's changing, but really, a lot of things are changing. They are getting out and hitting a bunch of things on the punch list.
Yeah.
So I said, if we could show them that things are getting done instead
Everything
of
takes time. It's not
just residents always assuming nothing's getting done.
Right.
Right.
That's their go-to.
I thought they did an awesome job with the hurricane. I know people complain.
Oh,
but
they
They
did.
did a fabulous job.
I've been to third world countries. It's just,
Right.
I think they did an awesome
They
job.
did. They really did.
Yeah.
Some people, it doesn't matter what you.
Right, it's
Absolutely.
just always hearing the same thing, nothing's getting done, it looks the same, it's the worst it's ever looked, and so I'm like, well, if we could do some before and afters,
Yeah.
things sure
Right.
are getting done.
They are. Yeah.
It's very
Then-
hard to change
then-
people's
then
minds.
you could be like, look at this, and then if people say it's nothing's getting done, it's like, we're showing you the before and afters all the time, so
Right.
I don't know.
Should take a picture of that fence before and after.
Yeah, I had complained about the dredge lot fence because it was really bad. And the sign was really a shame because it said your CRA dollars at work.
Uh,
It had the mayor and
Right,
all
right.
of that at the time, the city council, everybody who got that dredge lot approved, but at the bottom in large font it said your CRA dollars at work, and it was black. It was like just the sign was a white sign, just plain white sign,
Good job.
black font, red.
Yeah, good that you
And
said
it was
that.
black. Well, they came and
Do
took
they
it
still
down.
have it?
Yeah.
They
Hmm?
came
Do they
and
still
got
have
it. It-
Well,
No,
they
that
need
was way
people like
before
us
me.
to notice these things.
Yeah, it's the fire
Way before
department. And I'm like, poor fire department has to look at this grungy black fence. And then it also had like John Call, they were directing the grass at the fence,
Yeah.
as they mowed. So it was like green,
It
gross,
was bad.
um,
It was really
grass caked all over it. It bullet holes through it because the rocks, and the glass,
Oh, bullet
everything that
holes.
they, that's what it looks like. It looks like,
bad.
So I said, come on, it says your CRA dollars at work. You know what I mean? We can't have that.
Yeah.
And so they did. They got right on it. So
Oh, and I went to Shelley's cleanup that she had was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I didn't. I
It
couldn't
really
make
wasn't bad in our neighborhood, but it was
Shelley's.
Shelley that
Oh,
lives down
yeah, I
there
wanted to go to that. What was
Yeah.
I doing that weekend?
behind the old Benchley. She has it every year, so
Yeah. No, I had signed up for that and then I had a message. I can't remember what it was now that came up. I think I had a will.
So how far we get on
It's a
this?
mistake.
What you see is
she's
what you get.
getting final.
So if you want to add
From you.
anything or delete anything or
It's really good.
another topic or too much about this topic, is it, whatever your ideas or suggestions are, just shoot them to me and then I'll get with Sal, because, my goal is to ask Sal, what do they get questions about?
Yes.
How
You know,
about maybe how the portal? Like, how to submit a portal,
Okay.
something,
before you come.
like if they want. I mean, I hate to refer them to codes right away when they're moved in, but if they don't know how to submit a complaint to the city, then a public works portal at least.
Yeah.
If they need something like that done, and possibly
I did put
codes,
something about that here somewhere.
Did you?
Permits. Please call the building department for any questions about permits. Many home improvements need improvements. To prevent any discrepancy, just call and ask. But that doesn't say anything about the form. So I just
Right,
wanted,
like
Maybe
if
just
you-
put the number phone, the direct number on it.
That's right on the website, isn't it?
Yeah, the portal.
well, that's what she's saying, put that on here, so that's a good
Because
idea.
like a lot of times when I want something done in the city, I don't go to the codes portal. I go to the development services or the public work portal and put in a request, and I get an email right away saying status. Like if a tree is dead in the easement, then they'll come check out the dead tree, and then they'll cut it down, and then you'll get an email, within days saying that they cut it down. So they handle things like that without the whole code process or all the city stuff.
Okay, next we have Veterans Memorial Flag. We're going to have donuts and coffee for the veterans on November 11th at the firehouse.
Yes, so I made flyers, we can pass it down.
Nice.
Great.
Yeah, thank you.
And then I did an Eventbrite. I've got nothing. I RSVP'd. But I'm gonna start sharing it now more as we get closer to the date. And I'm planning to go starting this weekend to give that to businesses and community or residents that live here. I have like 20 something copies, and I'll just give it and say,
Oh, yeah.
please sell your
If you give me some, I'll
customers."
give them to the people that I know are veterans in my
Oh,
neighborhood.
yeah.
Or if you gave us each some, you know who veterans are in your neighborhood, right?
Yeah, I have a whole bunch.
We have a lot of veterans.
So how many dollars you think we need?
So
I need 6.
yeah, we may get them
Thank you.
donated by the volunteers firefighters, but they need to know how many people
Oh,
more or
okay.
less are going, so they need about approximately 3 to 5 days beforehand to see
Okay.
how many people.
That's right, take care of it.
Yeah,
Put in our, you did.
but I want to make sure, I'm going to confirm with them as we get closer that they will be donating it.
Do you know somebody at Sand Pebble? I don't know who the president is.
No,
I know.
but I
Their
can
association.
find out.
Yeah, I would.
Sand Pebble?
Yeah, Sand Pebble. I don't.
Yeah, I'm sure they have a lot of veterans there.
Yeah, I know. And,
But if you guys want to help put that in your calendar to show up on that day and maybe help
Absolutely.
out, that would be great.
and also
Yeah.
the trailer park right here on Ridge.
Yeah,
I bet you they have a lot of veterans as well.
you're right.
Okay.
I want to do some walking and like talk to people too for that, because I think this is very
Yeah,
nice.
I don't think you could walk around the trailer
Or
park.
but just put it somewhere.
Yeah, but I would maybe talk to the
the
association or whatever they are.
So this thing in my calendar on November 11th that says City Celebration Fire Department,
That's it.
that was a preliminary concept. Now we're moving it to the 3rd, right?
No, it's the 11th. It's
11th.
RSVP by the 3rd.
Uh,
You're welcome, honey.
Right?
No problem.
I saved you some.
Do they have the firehouse? I assume has coffee makers there, like big industrial type.
They didn't. I didn't ask that.
Do
I
we
could
need
ask.
to bring coffee make? Yeah,
Well-
see if we need to bring.
What
Do we need to bring the
supply?
donuts and the coffee?
Yeah, I'm gonna confirm with them because they said the coffee and donuts to be provided by the volunteer firefighters.
Okay.
Okay.
But I want to confirm that they are bringing
Okay.
it so that if we appear, there's nothing we need
Yeah.
to run.
We,
So,
yeah, we just run and get some.
If you talk to Tom Quinn,
yeah.
it's his dad, that's the head of the volunteers, I think.
Oh, okay. I know they're in the thread.
Yeah.
So I've been
okay,
talking
yeah.
to Captain Quinn and Chief.
Paul Castry.
How do you say it again?
Paul Castry.
Paula Castro. I have to
Yeah,
learn
but
how to say
Tom's,
it.
I'm pretty sure Tom's dad, senior, is
Is the
the person,
president?
right.
Okay.
So are these gonna be store bought or regular donut shop?
I don't know.
I'm sure it'll be
Is
Regular.
that a
Um,
donut shop? I could talk to the guy and see if he'd be willing to donate.
See if you can, and then I can let them know. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, anything would help. I don't even know how many people we're gonna have, though. I would assume we would have, if we start spreading the word, a few, like, older veterans and stuff
40,
that they
50,
just.
what do you think?
I would say minimum. I mean, because we had the September 11th thing
Right.
here, and it was
Not many people.
maybe there was maybe
10.
12 of us. Yeah.
So
If you count me and the baby, there was 13.
Mm.
I brought the baby with me,
I mean, if he
not including the fire department and the police department.
Yeah.
I mean,
With that, right.
those were just
Right.
people.
Right.
The fire and police were separate, so there were more than that because of.
And
I mean-
Fire's
I mean,
gonna give
it-
tours.
I'd rather do
The
a little
facility.
bit, more than less,
That's
because if
nice.
you run out,
Okay.
that's kind of, so,
That's
it's all right, guess what, guys, $1 for you
And
today.
you have the knife.
Yeah, really, right here.
Donut.
Well, it
could
is
just cut
3
it.
hours long, so yeah, that's going to be that. I would say people are going to trickle in and out.
Two.
Um,
Well, you're right. Yes.
I know I'm going in different places, but would you want to work together on this whole plan for the wall? You and I, can we do that without breaking sunshine? We're not going to be voting on it
If you're
afterwards.
not voting on it, you're fine.
No, I don't think you can
Linda,
discuss.
I mean, could work on this
If-
together. Would
only
you
if
be
you're voting on
Absolutely.
it,
So we
it's
could
a
do it
sunshine
together,
violation.
design it, and I can
Because
help
they
make
told us with
pictures or
the
whatever
events
you
committee
need.
and stuff, like I was speaking with Andy and through email having Ashley on it, and she was like, you cannot speak with him because he's part of the committee.
That's where I'm
Because he's what?
Part of the committee.
Oh.
Yeah, so we can't discuss, like, if I want to send, for example, like I want to send an email to you, I would have to send it through Ashley.
Yes.
And then Ashley would send it through you, then you, because I was speaking with Andy through email, thinking that we can discuss stuff because not voting.
No break in the loop, right?
Yeah,
And just
What-
think that you're doing something
Which
on the.
committee is that?
the events committee.
Oh, events.
Yeah. And
That's
for
not
the
really an
centennial,
official group either.
the centennial, the same thing. We couldn't do that. We worked together, but it was like we couldn't go. If we would go to speak, let's say we all go to the trailer park to speak
Mhm.
to someone just on the Veterans Day. Only one person can speak, not
Right.
both of us, or all
Right.
of us can speak. So it's
I'll let-
Say that last part again.
you can only one person from the group can speak if we're all at the same time there.
Okay, so what if we made like a meeting
I'll
at
ask
either
Dan.
your
I'll-
house or
I'll-
my house, and then everybody's invited, but if they don't want to come, they don't
Well,
have
it's got to
to.
be a public meeting. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Let me call. I'll call Nancy. I have her number. I'll call her tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, and find out.
Yeah,
I
I don't
love
wanna-
that because sometimes it was hard for the centennial.
It is hard
for
to get
us to
stuff
work
done.
because it was like, how do we work together?
Yeah.
But we had to do it.
Okay, next on the agenda, we have two more things. I'll be quick. Teachers fulfillment for New Year. That was Caroline's.
Yes, and I just real quick because I was gonna do that, but I said let me check first. I wanted to reach out to actual teachers to see would that benefit them, like
Yeah.
if they would want,
Yeah.
if that's something they would even want.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then we would do, I guess, in November our next meet November. Wow, we would speak like how we would do it. I even thought of, you know how they do a Christmas tree and you like sponsor a teacher.
Mhm.
They put like 5 items on a list or something. You grab and you can buy. Not expensive.
Oh
something
yeah,
like
that's a
that.
good way of doing it because I didn't know how we would get all this stuff. Like have somebody just sponsor one teacher.
One teacher, yeah, and see how many teachers we can get on that.
Okay.
I know in my community there's a lot of teachers, and that's another thing. We're sponsoring a teacher that lives in Port Richey, right? Not that
Right.
the school is in Port Richey.
Right.
We only have like one school, so a teacher that lives in Port Richey, they can sign up, put their 5 things that they need, and then
Is Caitlin still teaching? You know, anybody know? Caitlin?
She was like assistant principal, but I don't know if that's
Oh, is
still true.
do you guys like that idea?
I do. I
Did
like
you-
that.
okay.
She's the only teacher I know of. Anybody know of any other teachers in Port Richey? My teacher I talked to is in. She teaches at Genesis, so she lives in Newport Richey.
Okay.
But she told me a couple of things that they.
What school is in Port Richey? Which school is it?
It's the Edison Private School.
It's the
That's
one on
within the
I
jurisdiction.
know.
Which I'll reach out to them too. But see, and then in my community, I know there's a lot of teachers because they're always saying things to each other, like with the kids and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that will be helpful too for them,
Yeah.
even if it's like wipes or whatever they need.
Yeah,
But,
she told me like glue stick and band. Well, she has little kids.
yeah, but any
Yeah.
and they need, yeah.
Because I could donate first
So we
aid
can't
kits.
talk about
Yeah.
any of this.
I can't.
So once you're on, like if I see well, we won't be able to talk. So you're absolutely right. It's not just a voting matter. It's it's anything. So
Yeah.
number of board members required to be present, just 2 members. That's even a civil service boards. You're right.
So other residents you talk to.
Yes, you
residents
talk to
talk,
residents.
But you cannot
Right.
convert
No.
Because,
because it's part of business.
well, they don't want me and Christine to say, look,
Right.
I want you to vote for this,
Right.
and you vote for this for
Right.
me, and then we're, and
Right.
or Christine and I together, and I start talking about, to Joe Blow, about how I want XYZ.
Right.
And it's, she might not even say anything, but she
Sure.
hears it, and
No,
it's
it can-
not a public
sure.
forum,
It
so
really does
Yeah.
make sense. I mean,
I'll work
So we're
on
not going to
something.
be able to do this.
No, but I'll work on something.
All right.
More
Maybe I'll
suppose
just
or
drop it
something.
off at your house.
We'll just show up.
I won't talk to you.
Okay, no talk.
You can't leave a note, Linda. You
No,
can't
no, no,
leave a
no.
note.
I'm gonna put welcome to Port Richey.
Okay. The last thing is, and Christine had asked us to add this to the agenda, discussion on waterfront park development ideas. This is something that the council had asked us
Oh.
to,
I'm
Just-
gonna have to put a pause on that for a minute. I've done a lot of research into that park recently,
Mhm.
and
it's number 3 to do.
you can't do anything with it, can you? We know.
We know.
that park, yeah, it's highly restricted by 2 different.
It's a trust and you can't even, we tried to have a
Well,
car
there's
show
two-
there
There's
once.
2 agencies. It was restricted once, and then we borrowed money and restricted it further. So it's really
There's no way to change that, huh?
well some potential negotiations for management. There's some stuff. I don't think we're not on here. I keep looking up there like I don't know if I can do this and say this.
That's a little bit more for today.
But
They want to do something with it,
well,
council?
we have to do.
It's been ideas.
Something has to come of it because we're in violation of certain things within the FCT agreement, which we borrowed money under the FCT. That was a grant.
When was that?
Yeah, it was like $50,000, but I think it was 1997.
Oh,
Wow. Something like that. And I have a whole timeline, but I don't have it memorized.
No, of course
'cause
not. I don't
this has
expect you
been-
to, sweetheart.
This has been the hugest research project ever. I mean, looking at maps, taking all these little details and tracing them back, and like at one minute I think we can do nothing, and then suddenly there's a light at the end of the
It's
tunnel,
confusing.
you know?
They can't do what they want to do. They want to put splash pads and they want to
Nothing
put a
is
boat
go-
dock and they
nothing
want
is
to do all
going
this
to
stuff.
be
It's
easy.
not, you and I both know
Some
that that's not going to be done.
concessions can be made through Tallahassee, through some negotiations if, say, we get the residents to agree that this park, as it sits now, is. It's really kind of hard to even say this because it comes off wrong when
But you're right.
until you hear the tail end of this. You have to understand that we mow the park. We have to pay to keep that park going, right? And there's a lot of restrictions. So in order to negotiate with Tallahassee, you have to have like a give and take sort of thing, right? So if we tell Tallahassee that this is actually so cumbersome on the city for what this is,
Mhm.
that there's a possibility we might like the state to take this part, then things might start happening where they allow a little of this and a little of that, and they provide a little money.
Or they take it back.
Well, they don't want that park. They really do not want that.
I had an
That
idea.
park is so burdensome. You have to keep all of, we're in violation of like even taking the pepper trees out of it. We have to take those
Yeah.
pepper trees out. We're supposed to be doing things for at youth risk or at risk youth. And that's within the agreement, and we're not doing that. We have to file annual reports.
What do you have to do with the at-risk?
It's highly unlikely that the state wants to take that part. So I'm not saying that you threaten it. You just say, "Come on, this is so cumbersome." And, you start negotiations as to we need a little something because this is what we have as far as revenue in this city. This is what this park currently takes from that pot, and this is what we cannot do at this park. So can we just do some small things? It won't be anything of grandeur like you're seeing online. We would also have to make concessions, like the grounds would have to be impervious where the water will go through. But we can get some things. I've put a lot into this, and we can get some concessions if we continue to maintain it, and if we maintain it in the fashion that we're supposed to be maintaining it, because that is part of the agreement. So if we get ourselves caught up, and we start negotiations, so we could possibly get some stuff, but it's not like what people are looking for.
I
It's
think
just
some
going to
people
be-
want
It's
to.
not gonna be a music venue.
No, it's not going to be.
No.
a music
Or I
festival.
hope it doesn't turn into a parking lot for just all the trailers because that's a
No,
wasted
it
piece of
can't- it
property
can't
for
even
them.
be a parking lot, so don't worry about that.
But I had